Good morning. I'm meteorologist John Nodar with your tropical web update for this morning, Monday morning, August 21st. And let me just tell you, it's a traffic jam out there in the tropics. Over the weekend, Emily, Gert, and Franklin all formed. None of these are a threat to you. So let's kind of break it down and walk through what's happening. And we'll start with Gert. Gert is in the Atlantic, headed toward the Lesser Antilles. It won't make it there. 40-mile-an-hour winds now likely to weaken and should be gone entirely by tomorrow. Emily is in the mid-Atlantic as well, this time 40-mile-an-hour winds. It may last a little longer than Gert, but it too will eventually find its way up into the mid-Atlantic and die out there. Then you got Franklin. Now this is a different situation. Franklin is down in the southern part of the Caribbean. It's going to take a hard north turn, move across the island of Hispaniola, which is the Dominican Republic and Haiti, and then out into an area of the Atlantic that may offer it a chance of developing into a hurricane. So even at that, it stays out in the open waters and is not a threat to you or pretty much any land once it passes Hispaniola. Post-tropical Hillary is now a rainmaker. It's pretty much losing its winds. It's over the mountains of Nevada, and it is going to continue a northward trek as a rainmaker and a floodmaker for the next 24 hours, and then it too should fizzle out. You get a little whiplash here as you go all the way to the eastern Atlantic, and coming off the African coast is low pressure that has a pretty substantial chance of turning into a tropical depression or tropical storm. In this case, again, you're looking at a storm that likely will live its entire life in the Atlantic waters and not threaten you. Finally, we're closer to home in the Gulf of Mexico, an area of low pressure that's moving across the Gulf from east to west. And by tomorrow, this thing, whatever it is or may become, will be approaching either South Texas or northern Mexico along the coast. We are going to see very little of this system. A couple of showers may find their way to the coastline, but most of us will stay rain-free. The bigger deal will be at the water's edge, where there will be a high risk of rip currents, and also for boaters where you have a small craft advisory today. The Hurricane Map Room is always open. It's on WKRG.com. Check that out for all of the latest of the happenings in the tropics.